Well, what is the promise of Satan? Whatever you're seeking when you obey God, when you disobey God, excuse me. Whatever you're seeking when you disobey God, that is the promise of Satan. فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ. But I failed you in your promise, in my promise. I failed you. So Satan promised you and fails you. But instructive in here is it says فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ. فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ. I failed you. When you do analysis of this word, فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ, أَخْلَفْتُكُمْ comes from خَلَفَ. أَخْلَفْتُكُمْ, I failed you. I look up that root word. The same word, khalifa, comes from the same root word. So the ultimate failure is that you do not fulfill your responsibility as khalifa. And whenever you don't get what you thought you were going to get, the first thing you do is look for who you're going to blame. Your marriage ain't going right. Well, what is my wife not doing? What is my husband not doing? Do you ever, when you're having marital problems, do you ever look in the mirror and say, what am I not doing? It's even hard for you to think about, isn't it? It's uncomfortable for you to even ponder. So what is Satan going to say? What are you already planning on blaming on him? Huh? You got a list of things in your mind. And I promised you a promise, but I failed you in your promise. وَمَا كَانَ لِيَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنْ سُلْطَانٍ إِلَّا أَنْ دَعَوْتُكُمْ فَاسْتَجَبْتُمْ لِي. I had no authority over you. It's even a little clearer. It's not really saying I had no authority over you. We say it like that by way of translation, but when you study it, وَمَا كَانَ لِيَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنْ سُلْطَانٍ, okay? That there is no authority for me. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference? I had no authority over you. There is no authority for me. Okay? So listen. There's no authority. I have no authority in your life. This is what Satan is saying. I have no authority in your life except da'autukum, except to call you. Fastajabtum li, and you responded to my call. Listen, and this is for the human being collectively, and this is also for us individually. What is Satan calling you to? You responded to my call. I called you, you responded. فَلَا تَلُمُونِي وَلُمُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ فَلَا تَلُمُونِي وَلُمُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Just listen to the language. Therefore, don't blame me. وَلُمُوا. Don't blame me, blame your own self. Don't let your own hand be the instrument of your failure. Is Satan going to call you? He's calling you right now. Is Satan going to call you? He was calling you your whole way to Jummuah. He's going to be calling you your whole way home. He's going to be calling you in your house tonight, with your wife, with your children. He's going to be calling you when you wake up in the morning. He's going to call you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then he's going to start calling you again on Friday. Because one thing that this suggestion to you is consistent. Does not miss a day. Does not miss a beat. Constantly inviting you. Constantly inviting you. Constantly calling you. Constantly calling you. But the question is, are you going to respond? If you respond, the result will be failure. You might even look like you're being successful. Do you think having 26-inch rims make you successful? I was in South Carolina and they had 36-inch rims. I was like, what in the world? And it was at a car dealership called the Dirty Dirty South with 36-inch rims. Some people think that's success. Do you think having a big home is success? Yes, those things are successful. But that's not the ultimate success. وَمِن يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ فَقَدْ فَازَ فَوْزٌ عَظِيمٌ. The one who obeys Allah and His Messenger have attained the highest victory. Allahu Akbar. وَابْتَغِي أَتَاءَكَ دَارُ الْآخِرَةِ وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Seek by all means the akhirah. Then, after you have pursued your life in the future, وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Then don't neglect your share of this life. And you have all you need to be successful. Do you consult it? Just ask yourself, how often do you read the Quran versus horoscopes, versus online blogs, versus Jerry Springer? I know that's a little older for my generation. That was them. I don't know what y'all got now. I'm glad we only had the test we had. The stuff our children facing was on a whole new level. Satan will put you in virtual reality and tempt you. He'll put you in an artificial reality to build false appetites in you. And then you give your energy to false appetites that was created in a world that isn't even real. We're going to conclude. ما أنا بمصرخيكم وما أنتم بمصرخية. I cannot help you, nor can you help me. I don't know how many times you've heard this, but every time I read this, it's like I'm reading it for the first time. Now watch this. Inni kafartu bima ashraktum tumuni min qablu. And I reject when you associated me with God in the past. You made me more than I was. You said the devil made me do it. You said the devil's too powerful. I have to give in. You said you ascribed to me more power than I had. I reject that. I reject what you used to do. And this is the coldest of all. It is. Inna dhalimina lahum adhabun alim. And certainly for the wrongdoers, there must be a grievous punishment. Here's Satan, promised you something, failed you in it, then said, I take no responsibility for your failure, and you're going to be punished because everybody who did wrong must be punished. May Allah protect us. May He help us. Whatever you're pursuing in life, whatever is calling you away from Allah, whatever is calling you away from the good, decent, wholesome life, is not worth it. And it may appear to be the most beautiful thing you can see. It may appear to be the most beautiful thing in the world. But at the end of the day, it's failure. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulihil kareem Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'ina amma ba'da. My mentor and teacher, Imam Qasim, is here, our brother and our friend. It's good to see you, Imam Qasim. It's very good to see you. Allahu Akbar. It's very good to see you today. And he gave a lecture once called How to Evict Satan. Satan has taken up residence. He invited himself into your life, and now he's taken up residence in your life. And he's like that tenant that no matter how many times you tell them to go away, they just won't go. You ask them nicely, they won't go. You talk sternly to them, they won't go. Eventually you have to evict them. So these influences that are in your life, brothers and sisters, replace them with better influences. Those thoughts that are constantly coming to your mind, replace them with better thoughts. As we conclude, we all want to make dua for Brother Khurram Ibrahim. Many of you knew him. Some of you don't, but many of you knew him. He was a very well-known young believer in Houston. He's a good man, very decent person. He had a family. He passed away. You know the big wreck on 59? Yeah, the one where the car was pinned underneath the diesel or the tractor trailer. He was a young Muslim brother from the Muslim community in Houston. His janazah is today at Masjid Hamza. And so let's make dua for him, that Allah will forgive him his sins and give him the paradise. And let's make dua for his family. He was in his 40s. He had children who were teenagers. You know, death comes. Kullun nafsun dha'ikatul maut, that every soul shall taste death. And we don't know. He was leaving a funeral. Yeah. He was leaving a janazah.